Hello, welcome to a brand new Five Heart Podcast live and on a special night. But happy Boxing Day to all of you in Canada, or Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever. I don't know. It's not my pick. It's not my job to dictate your seasonal celebration. But regardless, welcome to Coronation's Five Heart Podcast. I am Greg Mahachko, and this is the face that runs the place, Miss Minnie Hunt. Minnie, good evening, and happy holidays to you.
Hello. Happy holidays.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Did you have a nice Christmas with the family?
I did. It's a very long, eventful 2 days.
Yeah, I know I was up until after midnight Christmas Eve, wrapping for presents, putting final touches. I had a crazy idea for my youngest, for Matthew, on Christmas Eve at like 1:00. I was going to try to have a treasure map printed, and Office Depot closed at 5 and church was at 4. So it was a little chaotic. So that's a good conversation for later.
For now. Okay. Continue. Sorry.
I gave myself a lot of extra stress because of that. Making cookies Christmas Eve night, which meant a trip to the grocery store. But Santa has to have fresh baked cookies. He doesn't want store-bought stuff. So
Yeah, well, Santa didn't get anything at my house.
you don't. Why do you hate Santa?
We don't. We really don't. He just didn't visit this year.
What? So Santa hates you?
Exactly.
What happened?
I have a 11-year-old who is my youngest. Need I say more?
I don't know. Should you say more? There may be children present.
I probably shouldn't. Pitt wants to know what's the coolest thing y'all kids got.
So Robert, my middle child, aka older twin, come to find out he's a lot like me. Poor kid. But the last few months he's really become a fan of He-Man. And so he got some vintage style from the 80s He-Man and Skeletor action figures, which is what he asked for Christmas. And he also got a 31-inch, something like that, He-Man Sword of Power. So
okay. What about you, Greg? What's the coolest thing you got?
the coolest thing that I got, I actually have a picture of it to share with people.
Oh, cool.
It's also the only thing, by the way, Raji got a signed Ndamukong Suh helmet. It's the only thing I got that was Husker related. So maybe there's a bias towards that. I mean, I got some barbecue sauces and things like that. But the thing that I got that was the coolest was a gift from my sister and her family. And it is this Nebraska Cornhuskers clock.
Oh, that is cool. Where's that hanging?
That is upstairs in my front room over the couch.
Over the couch.
It's actually made out of a vinyl record. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah.
Okay, that makes it so much cooler. Just
maybe able to see the grooves around it. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll show you something I got.
She's disappeared, folks.
This is
by the power of Grayskull. Kayla knows.
I didn't even know I want it, but now I need. It's show and tell, right? Let's check it out. Isn't that cute?
Very nice. Is that a heated?
No, it's just a little puffer jacket.
Okay. I mean, it's a vest.
Well, vest, yes. And it has a hoodie.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Cute. So I'm going to wear this to the game next week.
I was going to say, for all those times you go to a cold weather climate, which is once a year, if you go to a Nebraska game in, past September.
Fred's already on it.
So,
That's
and
fun.
Raji is making some very suggestive comments, sir. Shameful.
What do you say?
He said that Frost has a similar sword, but 29 inches shorter.
Okay.
Fred says the clock is to show Greg how time works.
James Boardman, taking the gun show. Actually, you know who is not going to be taking the gun show?
It's an indoor facility. Who's not taking in the gun show at Vegas?
Kyle Whittingham.
I'm going to make you scroll up and find that comment.
Because you took it down, jerk.
Well, you should have started for later. You can't just change topics on me like that. That's not how my brain works.
Okay.
And also, I don't know. It's the day after Christmas.
The other Dave, by the way, I went to the coolest Christmas party at the other Dave's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you getting the big advice.
Christmas carols. Just kidding. But anyways, it was cool. Thank you for inviting me. And he says, Whittingham officially out of the bowl game per Pete Thamel.
Yeah, we'll go.
On 3.
Yeah, it was announced today that Kyle Whittingham, who had been at Utah for 20 years, took over after Urban Meyer left Utah for Florida, that he was going to be the new coach of the Michigan Wolverines. So I shouldn't say 21 years.
21 years, yes. So
and their defensive coordinator is Morgan Scally, or perhaps Scaly, who's going to was named the team's coach in waiting last year. So I wonder if that's going to be like a Tom Osborne, Frank Solich type of inheritance. We won't know.
Well, here's the thing about Kyle Whittingham. I knew this was happening weeks ago. I told you guys this. I said, you guys want to hear my wild theory? And everyone laughed at me. Said I was crazy.
Do you have that clip?
I couldn't find it. I don't remember what show I said it on.
So there's no way to know for sure that you ever made such remarks.
Were you there?
Was it on this show?
I don't know.
I'm just saying it's entirely possible that you only thought this in
No,
your brain and never articulated.
no.
All right, show of hands, everybody in the chat. Do you ever recall Minnie's wild theory that Kyle Whittingham was going to be named the new coach at Michigan? Show of hands from the Ecking crew only. Minnie, you don't get to vote.
Oh, somebody says I did say. Thank you, Sam.
Sam Sanchez says you did say it. Sam must be new around here, because everybody knows that that's not really something that, we don't always agree with Minnie. Gary Pierce remembers it. Raji's, gosh darn it, you guys. Like Fred, Pitt, Aaron Keene, they would agree with me. They would say, no, she never said that.
Right. It was the show right after we found out we were playing Utah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It must have been Monday, and I didn't realize. But
James Boardman thought you said Kyle Whittingham.
Why? Wild Kittingham?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wild Kittingham. Or didn't you say the coach from Arizona State?
No, I said that would be an interesting hire for them because he's a great coach. But once I found out Utah was our opponent, I started doing a lot of research on Utah, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this makes perfect sense. How did I not know until now? And that's what I said, guys. On Friday, he said that he's stepping away from head coach as from Utah Utes. And then I said, he didn't say retirement. All these other news sources said retirement. And I said, here's my wild theory. This has been in the works for some time. And I believe that they already have their head coach, but they have to wait. I think he was supposed to coach at the bowl game. I think the word got out because it kind of had to. Something forced it to get out. So,
Well, first of all, Fred says that Sam is just your fake profile to agree with you. And Sam says he just joined 2 days ago, but a long-time listener. Well,
thank you,
Sam,
Sam.
we appreciate and apologize. I think it was the longer, because the transfer portal opens on the 2nd of January. So the Michigan would have been it would have been to their detriment to wait any longer. If I'm sure that their official statement, if one was to come and saying, it was a leak, he was supposed to play in the bowl game. But I think what happened, again, you talk about conspiracy theories, is someone leaked the news on purpose because they needed to get the word out so that they could start having recruits, or not recruit, but a transfer portal kids know who the head coach was going to be.
Yep.
So need more than a 2-day window.
There's so much that opens up once you find out this information. It's like, did Ernest Hausman know? Did, because
I think Ernest Hausman just lost his damn mind.
No, he opted out the week of the game. And it went back to Africa?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, do you think he knew about Moore's situation?
Yeah.
Maybe.
What I heard is that Sharon Moore, and this is just what I hear from my Michigan friends, that he was visiting the girls' apartment complex and players saw him going in and out of her apartment. I know.
I'm not going to make a
Speechless.
comment.
I know. Okay. Anyways, where'd he go? Oh, Greg, not again. Matney, I can't talk about him.
So this is what happens anytime I get blamed for it, but anytime she gets tired of me, she does her weird thing where she kicks me out. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah, it is the craziest thing. I'm going to start kicking you out.
You couldn't dare. Clean House, Michigan. I think honestly that's probably what Kyle Whittingham needs to do is everybody out. Start fresh, because there's not, I mean, just in the last week there was another, I don't know, sexual scandal inside, the Michigan coaching staff. So Whittingham just needs to remove everybody, because there's just remove everybody within the staff that has ties to going back even to Harbaugh, and just start fresh with a brand new staff. Look, you're still Michigan. The brand is still strong enough that you're still going to be able to recruit top people. But there's nobody, in my opinion, and I'm not a Michigan fan, so I don't have any skin in the game, but there's nobody there worth saving that doesn't have some kind of scandal stink on them.
What did you say earlier today when we were talking about this? You said, what did you say? I wrote it down. Michigan always seems to fail upwards.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah. Well, because they went from Sharon Moore, who well, Jim Harbaugh had a coach a scandal, won a national championship with no repercussions, and he skipped town. Sharon Moore, last year he beat Ohio State, didn't do much more. This year, apparently he was distracted, and now they're bringing in a proven winner, albeit at Utah, which is not the Big Ten, but one of the most respected coaches in the country, and Kyle Whittingham. And it's just even when Michigan fumbles, flubs up, gets caught with their pants down, everything kind of just comes up roses for them, and it pisses me off.
They make lemon out of lemonade.
Yeah. No, they make damn margaritas out of lemonade. I don't know.
They're drinking margaritas over there, and we are drinking just Mexican water with lemon squeezed in it.
That's racist.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be racist. I'm not. I actually am not.
David Matney says, do you really think Kyle Whittingham was their first choice? No.
Yes.
I think he was their first choice that they could afford. And that's not to say, by that I mean, I'm not saying that Michigan doesn't have plenty of money. I'm just saying that you weren't going to bring Nick Saban out of retirement because that would be an irresponsible amount of money to do so.
I like this.
Don't worry, I'm going to get my Kool-Aid going again.
Margaritas versus Kool-Aid. Well, it depends. Is the Kool-Aid spiked?
And he says this was with contaminated water.
Oh my gosh. Well, Greg, I think that I personally think it's a great hire for them. What it does is it kind of resets everything, makes them look like, okay, they're focused on getting the right culture in. They're focused on, of course, winning, playing tough football,
and we talk about the numbers. According to ESPN's Pete, I'm going to say Tamel, I don't know. Whittingham is set to make $8 million in 2026, with the deal averaging $8.2 million over the 5 years of the contract. 75% of that deal is guaranteed, which puts him instantly among the top paid coaches in the country. I think he was making $6 or $6.5 million at Utah. Now, I will also say that if all things are good in Ann Arbor, it's still a higher profile, higher stress situation than being at Utah, and things are not good at Michigan from the standpoint of, again, just the continual string of scandal that they've had up there. So, but it's a nice payday for Kyle. He was 66 years old, when most people are be like, should I defer my Social Security for a few more years?
No, Greg, here's the thing that he said, okay? He said he never wanted to be one of those guys that overstayed his welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And that, he apologized if it seemed that way. But that he's not out. And he made a joke that basically he was in the transfer portal whenever he was talking, like on a radio show. He said that he's shopping around. So he made it clear that he was looking for another job. He was never going to retire.
No, but I mean, the average 66-year-old has been retired for a few years.
The average. Have you seen him? His muscles are like this. They're gigantic.
Yeah, just like mine.
Yeah, just like yours.
I mean, honestly, I don't get confused or with Kyle Whittingham because I do look a lot younger than he does, but our builds are very similar.
Very.
But I'm a lot younger.
From everything I can see. Yeah.
Let's face it, I look more like Biff Poggi than I do Kyle Whittingham.
Greg.
Oh, Kaylee wants to know how are his muscles, Minnie?
Okay. They're gigantic, if you need to know. Like that.
What about his knee circumference?
His calves were gigantic. That's what it was. I said he had huge calves, and I said, because Haas goes, "Oh no, Minnie, he's not going to be the next head coach at Michigan." And I said, "Are you jealous, Haas?" And you said, Greg, Haas never misses leg day.
Wow.
Remember? That was not my dream. That happened.
If only there was a way to go back and find that to prove yourself right. Fred says Minnie likes big calves, and you cannot lie. And I just want to say, that if Todd were here, he'd probably rate it a solid badonk.
Probably. All I know is it works out for Nebraska. And let me tell you why. If we had that kind of distraction 1 week prior to the bowl game, it would definitely take away from our game, any team's game. So you know that this is going to take away from Utah's prep because they are having a team meeting tomorrow to talk about it.
So how many players do you think are going to opt out? Because for the longest time we were thought, well, they're going to play motivated because their coach is stepping down or not resigning, but just so you think that a lot of players are going to bow out now?
We already know of 4 players that are not playing.
Which 4?
Okay. Spencer Fano, their right tackle.
Okay.
Caleb Lomu, their left tackle.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Logan Fano, defensive end. And John Henry Daly, defensive end. But he was injured, so that's the reason why he's not playing. But the other 3 opted out already.
Okay. Wow.
And they traveled to Vegas today.
Some of them didn't, apparently.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Raji just says their top 2 offensive line guys are out.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what she said, Justin. Are we on a delay, sir? Might want to hit that button. Get caught up on live.
Thank you, Justin.
Sorry. Yeah, so I would agree that
oh, sorry, Greg. Go ahead.
If backing up to your point, if this happened to Nebraska, where our coach got pulled away by a more successful program, and instead of just being fired, then I think it may, again, depending on the situation, like let's say it's 20 years from now, and Matt Rule is still here, and we've had remarkable run of success. Stay with me, Mr. Matney. Just go with it. All right. Yeah, he's still podcasting. It's fine. Whatever. But and he says, I'm gonna retire, go out on top. Well, then you come to find out that he gets poached by some other school that's wanting to have the string of success that we've had. I could see where players would be a wee bit miffed at that, and as a form of protest, so to speak. I don't know if I don't know anything about Utah, honestly. I don't know if they're going to collapse, but I could see where you go in one day thinking that you're playing for your coach because he's on his way out of the game, and then he says, "No, I'm just on my way out of Utah." Like, oh well. I don't know. It's such a weird situation. It's the whole damn thing is weird. The whole college football nowadays is just damn weird. Like when I started podcasting about college football 15 years ago.
Why is this weird? Hold up. There's nothing weird about this. He's a winning coach. He's not done just because he's 66 years old. And if somebody said, "Hey, Greg, I'll give you $5 million or $8 million to go coach a team for 5 years," and you love coaching, I think you'd do it.
Well, first of all, I'm not a coach, so they'd have to pay me $8 million to go podcast for a team for 5 years. I don't, like I said, all of it is just, it's the timing of it all, they're coming to this, like you said, it's a week before the bowl game, and
That I love.
they can't wait until after the bowl game because the transfer portal opens just a couple of days after that. So, I mean, it's just, and we go back 10 years or so, and there was no transfer portal, maybe a few years before that, so we didn't have to act so hastily in such a confined period of time. You could play the bowl game and then, say, oh, now I'm going to go coach Michigan. And by the way, you still had National Signing Day, which was still the first Wednesday of February. So you didn't have the early signing period like we have now. So just everything in college football has just been sped up, and it's all just very, I don't want to say precise deadlines, but it's just chaos. And I'm an old man yelling at clouds, and I understand that, but I honestly, even though we are playing them on Wednesday, I feel for the Utah players who thought that they were, finishing out the season with their coach, and then he's leaving to go to Ann Arbor.
I mean, it is what it is, Greg. You know that old saying that I love.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, there's no time. The way that the transfer portal is set up now, there's no time. Bowl game, transfer portal, 2 days in between. There's just no time. What you don't have any options. So, who's going to pass up $8 million for 5 years?
Again, it
Kenny Dillingham,
his retirement at the, like, I'm not upset at Kyle Whittingham. I'm not ascribing blame. It's just, it's a situation that we were not in as, fans of college football or the game, just a handful of years ago.
Yeah. Yes. Isn't that what I said to you? I said this to you in a text at some point because you said, Noonan is in the transfer portal. And I said, I don't care, because our defense sucked. So any defensive player that wants to go into the portal, in my opinion, just go. Live your life.
Damn.
And you said, well, he's a Lincoln or a Nebraskan. People aren't going to like that. I said, Nebraskans need to get over it.
You heard it, folks.
Times are changing. Not all Nebraskans that play football need to play football for the Cornhuskers.
You heard it. She said, get with the times. We no longer are interested in in-state talent.
It's not that we're not interested, but I mean, unless it's really good, great. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of fish in the sea. That's all I'm saying.
He had you forget the Maverick Noonan had a fumble recovery and a touchdown against Akron.
There you go.
Oh yeah, again, because he was buried in a depth chart. You're gonna penalize the kid who was a sophomore, and they had older guys ahead of him.
He has a better chance of playing somewhere else.
What about get old, stay old in the Big Ten?
Huh?
What about get old, stay old in the Big Ten?
That's not what happens, and you know it. Just isn't.
Pitt says you can tell that Minnie doesn't have to eat in our local Nebraska cafes.
Yeah. Sorry.
And Mr. Matney says with in-state talent, at least we have a remote chance of some loyalty. I'm going to get it wrong. Millard South, maybe, who had, I saw their video, 17 kids signing football offers on early signing day a few weeks back. Alabama, Missouri, and so on. And I might, again, if I'm naming the wrong school, Metterman Millard, I don't know. And I understand that a lot of those kids are not quote unquote homegrown Nebraska kids. Miller South, thank you, Husker Chuck. But I still, there have been a lot of players who have come to Lincoln, to finish out high school and they go to Nebraska, or they've been in Lincoln. And there was one who went from Lincoln to IMG Academy to come back to Nebraska. I think probably as much in-state talent in Nebraska now as there's been in years, at least for graduates. And I think it is very dismissive and borderline irresponsible to say that those kids don't matter.
Okay, Greg, get to the point.
I just did. I think it sucks that we're losing Maverick Noonan.
Okay. Settle down.
Because the defense sucked that he hardly played on this year. And let's blame him.
No, let's go ahead and let kids that aren't good enough to play on a not so good defense anyways, let's let them go play somewhere else where they might get some play time. Is that fair?
Okay.
That's all. He has a better opportunity to be successful somewhere else. Even if it is, a lesser program.
All right. Well, let's go. I can't call him a Husker anymore.
Nope.
The once a Husker, never a Husker is dead in the transfer portal era.
Oh my gosh. It is. It is. So, okay. Kyle Noonan. No, Kyle Whittingham, excuse me. 66 years old, we already said that. He went 10-2 this year. On December 10th, that's when Moore got fired. On December 12th, that's when Kyle Whittingham said, I'm stepping down from head coach at Utah. 2 days later, I don't know. To me, that's just not, it doesn't seem like a coincidence anymore. His overall record in 21 seasons was 177 wins, 88 losses. I think they got a heck of a coach.
What was the record? 177 and 88?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's put 50, I think it was 56 guys in the NFL.
That's not bad. Over 21 years, that's a little over 2 per year.
With the resources at Utah.
Now, again, he inherited a team that Urban Meyer had led to an undefeated season.
I thought it was reverse.
No. Urban Meyer was there first, and then he got hired at Florida before, I think, going from Florida to Ohio State. I can't remember if his quick stint in the NFL was between those two or if he went straight from Florida to Ohio State.
Yeah. So. Okay. Well, all I know is Urban Meyer has said on air that he's the best coach in college football.
That's high praise for Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer knows ball. He knows a few other things too, but we're not going to get into that.
No, I'm excited. I don't think we play them next year, do we?
Michigan, no.
Okay.
No, we get Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon, but not Michigan.
Okay.
Fred says Whittingham is a fine coach. He was a guy I wished we'd have gotten over time here. He'll probably do okay at Mich, but he was not their first choice. And David Matney, living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the Five Heart Podcast, says he is no Signetti. Well, that's all right, because James Madison is no Oregon, as we saw in the playoffs last week, Minnie.
Yeah. Do we even want to talk about what's going on over there?
Over where? In the playoffs?
Yeah.
Sure. Do you have that information pulled up, or do I need to? Because I'm not prepared for that.
All I can remember is Miami beat Texas A&M.
Correct. Oregon beat James Madison. Kudos to James Madison's Twitter account, social media. That was the best part of the college football postseason. But it proved that. I mean, the way that game ended proved that James Madison's probably not ready for the big time. And then there was the other small school, Tulane, also got shellacked. So,
yeah, Tulane. Let's see, against Ole Miss, 41-10, and then Oklahoma. Well, Alabama beat Oklahoma 34-24.
mm-hmm.
And Oregon, James Madison, what you were talking about, 51-34.
Deer Hill, from just my neighborhood high school, was the highest graded player in the first round of the playoffs. So,
Who? What?
Deer Hill Jr. for Oregon, the freshman running back for Oregon.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Husker Chuck says we should have a separate group of 5 playoff and championship.
Yeah.
They already do that. It's called Division II or FCS. Like,
well,
I understand what you're saying, Husker Chuck, but eventually what we're going to have is just the two super conferences and everybody else. So do we just jump into that territory now and make the Big Ten and the SEC the two? Because obviously that's where it's going. The Big 12 is starting to dwindle. The ACC is starting to dwindle. So we just go ahead and do, for lack of a better term, the North and the South of college football. And then everybody, I mean, I don't know. I like the idea of some smaller schools having a chance. I know they're looking at that right now at the FCS level with Illinois State, who won 4 road playoff games. They're the first team in history to do that, and they're going to take on a powerhouse, I think, in Montana or Montana State this weekend for the FCS championship. I don't know. Is college football at its best when there is a Cinderella like men's basketball, or do we just want, to watch the blue bloods bash the crap out of each other?
Yes, that's what I want, Greg. And let me tell you why. Leave this comment up here.
Okay.
There's 136 teams.
There's 104 days of summer vacation.
136 teams that aren't playing the same kind of sport. And I said this last week. I don't know if you heard, but it's like watching what James Madison and Oregon was like, watching a high school team beat up on a junior high team. It's just not even the same game.
I mean, there have been one-sided affairs through what we know as the Power Four.
There have, but the difference is that James Madison is a lesser tier in NIL and resources than Oregon. Okay? There's just not, they don't have the availability that Oregon has to the same resources. Yeah, what?
I was just going to say, when we factor in Nike, there are few Power 4 programs that have the resources of an Oregon. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think it makes sense to have more of a even playing field.
Okay.
Make it more
You want more parity.
yes.
Okay. Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the Five Heart Podcast and the bringer of sorrow to our Five Hearts, says, don't forget we managed to lose to Georgia Southern. And we lost to Northern Illinois in the past. I mean, you know,
There's blowouts everywhere. I get that. But it
there's
consistently
disappointment
no.
on any given Saturday, David.
Yes. Consistently no. And it shouldn't. I mean, that's why we're all here. We're still pissed off over the season because we do have the resources that these other teams that have kicked our butts, like a Georgia Southern, we're mad about that. And because we know we are a better team because we have better resources.
Pitt says every D1 team deserves a chance to play for a championship. Why else would you play? So I think if I can help argue your point a little bit,
yes.
Maybe they should then have, you know, like let the Sun Belts and the Mountain Wests vie for a different championship where they actually could have a chance. I don't know, like how far do we go in weakening the talent pool? You know what I mean?
Well, here's the reality, Greg. If Wyoming, a couple years ago, they were doing okay. They actually had a good coach. They had a decent team. Every big school went in and just kind of picked their bones, took their coach, took their good players. And that's what's going to happen to every single team that has lesser resources. They can't keep the good players because they get taken away by bigger schools.
Yep. Yeah.
So it makes sense if you were to have, like, you know, the different divisions, like a super league and a not super league.
I mean, I do think, though, no matter where, you almost have to put provisions in place, because I can't remember what coach said this, but, you know, basically when they don't, you can never rebuild because, you know, or you can never complete a rebuild because bigger programs will always, you know, come after your best players and poach them. So you'd almost have to put provisions in place, I guess, maybe of you can't. I don't know. It's so tough. I don't. There's no. Like I said, damn it, college football it's not as fun anymore. I don't like all these changes.
I love it.
I
love it so much.
I want a kid to commit to a school and be there for 4 years, not
But
go
then
chasing
what
a
would we
payday.
talk
But I
about?
also understand it's their right to get paid. Like I want all the things to make sense in this world, and I want small schools to have a chance to play for a championship. But I also don't want the best players from those schools to get, you know, picked up by Ohio State and Alabama and other schools. Like I want simple things, Minnie. I'm a simple man.
Yep. That's why you're a Nebraska fan. No offense to anyone here, because I'm a Nebraska fan too. I'm just saying, it attracts a certain type of person. I love you guys.
We're not.
I love it. I do love it. This is what I love, the drama of it.
Beetle B says offense taken. It says damn in. That kind of hurt.
I'm sorry.
James Borman says, ouch.
No.
Kaylee says, damn, Minnie just outed herself.
I did not. I'm one of you. I'm one of Utes.
Fred says, fuck's sake, now we're all simpletons to Big City Minnie, I guess.
Oh, geez. Anyways, yeah, I'm just saying, I love Nebraska because it's a slice of American pie. No. It's a slice of American pie. There's like hardly any crime in Lincoln. I love that.
We're the simpletons, guys.
What's the saying? Nebraska.
It's not for everyone.
No, that's the other saying.
The good life.
The good life. Because it's simple.
I don't know.
That's Nebraska, sorry. Yeah. We're not simpletons. I'm not saying that. It's just we do want, like, I don't know, the things that are important in life. Like football. Good football.
Only want the finest football, which we have not been receiving, but we're going to. I have optimism and confidence.
I think we're going to see good football this week.
You mean on Wednesday?
Uh-huh.
You just knock on wood?
Yep.
Nice. So we spent a lot of time talking about Kyle Whittingham in coaching and us being simpletons. What do we know about the Utah Utes?
Let me get my notes out.
This is fun. This is why I don't have to do any work, because Minnie's got notes. And I just want to say, you all are going to be disappointed, and you can put the blame squarely on me, because 2 weeks ago and again last week, I was like, yeah, no, we got time. We're going to do this 5-heart theater, and we're going to do a little My Cousin Vinny tribute talking about the Utes. And when it came down to it today, Emmy's like, come on, Greg, let's do this 5-heart theater script. I was like, it's the day after Christmas, and I'm tired. So there won't be a 5-heart theater. I apologize for robbing you all of the joy that you could have had of me trying to maintain a Brooklyn accent. It's my fault. Please point your criticisms directly at me and not Minnie, because Minnie advocated for a 5-heart theater, and I said no. Not because I didn't like the concept, but I was just too tired.
It was too complicated
to collaborate. So,
okay. Sorry.
Mr. Matney says that is okay. Pitt says, honestly, I just got done crushing some prime rib reheated in the cheesy taters for the second time today, and it ain't out yet. Happy boy. I had chili. I learned, I think we all know there's no statute of limitations on chili. So this is the same pot of chili I made almost 2 weeks ago, and it's still delicious.
Okay, here's what I know about Utah Utes. They are going to try and run the ball, especially against us, because we sucked against the run, and they know it. We were like ranked at the bottom, like 100 and something.
100 and something.
Yeah, 100 and something. Rush defense. It was horrible. They also have a dual threat quarterback who I don't know if he's going to have the protection.
Because both of his tackles have opted out.
Yes, so he might be running more, which would make sense. I have 80s wrestling, Star Wars, comic book references. Why do I have that on these notes?
I don't know. What is that about Utah?
I don't know. But we opened at a 13.5-point underdog, and I think last I saw it was 14.5.
Is that? Let's see here. Yeah, the spread is the over under is 50.5. The spread, depending on which service you're looking at, is 14.5 to 15.5. But I would have thought that with the Whittingham announcement, it might have changed. With some of these players backing out, it might have changed.
Yeah, they beat ASU. They beat Texas Tech. I mean, geez, what the heck? Or were those the two losses? Gosh, when I did my notes, I can't remember. Can you look that up, Greg?
Yeah, only if you could play the music.
Oh, I'd love to. You guys, this is a treat. Ready?
Yep. Thank you. Our mutual, I think our only mutual opponent. No, we had two mutual opponents. So they beat UCLA at the beginning of the year, 43-10. They beat Cincinnati in November, 45-14. On the way, they lost to number 12 BYU, 24-21. And they lost to number 4 Texas Tech back in September, 34-10. They have won 5 straight after that loss to BYU in mid-October, ahead of next Wednesday's 2:30 kickoff against us. Oh, damn, she disappeared. I thought I was talking to her the whole time. So Vince Watson says the line came down from 16.5 to from 17.5 to 16.5. I have to fill that one in. So, I don't know if you heard BYU and Texas Tech are their 2 losses.
2 losses, okay. But they did beat
They beat Cincinnati like we did. They beat UCLA like we did.
That's right. Okay.
I understand that reference, Fred.
Oh my gosh. Okay. They were ranked number 15 at the end of the season.
Still are. How about that?
Well, yes, of course. But where were we ranked? Do you remember?
Weren't.
Like in the rankings.
I think we got as high as like 21. And then, as the kids would say, we got our shit pushed in by Minnesota. So that was short-lived.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will have TJ, our quarterback, back for the bowl game. We have a couple of other weapons, Jeep Wade being one of them. Ooh, I'm excited about that.
I mean, he's not really doing a whole lot of coaching right now, though, correct?
I think he is. He stepped right in. Last I heard, Knack. What's his name? Tyler Knack. He gave a press conference.
Utah.
Yes, former Utah player, but he's been with Nebraska for 3 years now? 2 at least.
2, I think.
Okay. So he said that the way Donovan coached the offensive line was more technique, and the way Jeep coaches is more overall scheme, kind of use what you already have type of guy.
Yeah, I would almost say that the way Donovan coached the offensive line was by not coaching the offensive line. Sorry.
It's okay. I mean,
He's gone. We don't have to protect him anymore. I didn't see a whole lot of improvement. Yeah.
Okay, Christopher Foote, I love you being in here, but we're not going to any other conference other than the Big Ten. So, no, he's my friend. He's not a troll. He just
kind of a troll.
I know, but we love the Big Ten.
Turned on your friend so fast. You're like, I know.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So where else are we? What are we doing?
I was going to say that, Jeep Wade and his Georgia Tech offensive line allowed 9 sacks all season long. We allowed 9 sacks in the Minnesota game. So
Correct.
I would say immediate upgrade at that position coach. I'm excited to see what he does with the offseason. I'm not getting my hopes up, honestly, for Wednesday as far as like drastic improvement, but give him the offseason to get, find his guys. Either maybe they're coming, I know there was one we talked about last week about a Georgia Tech player who was going to be entering the transfer portal. I don't know if he's bringing anybody with him, but we definitely have we have guys at Nebraska who have a tremendous amount of potential. And I'm not just talking the offensive line. I'm talking across the board on that roster. We have guys who really can do some great things. But they need to be coached up properly. They need to be developed. And I do think that's where we've been lacking. We have seen better development in the Rule era than what we saw under this Frost era, of course. But we still need more. And a lot of that's going to be consistency. A lot of that is going to be, consistency in the coaching position. But let's just see. I'm excited for Jeep Wade to come in and really analyze our players and see if there are guys that he's like, maybe you could be Maverick Noonan and go get better playing time somewhere else. To borrow Minnie's quote.
Yes. Didn't he bring like one of his right-hand people with him as well? Jeep Wade? You guys, for the last week, I feel like I've been out of it. I'm so sorry.
There is another coach added to the team with, added to the staff, I thought, with a lot of like recruiting connections.
Monty something or other. Yeah.
Yep. Monty something or other.
I can't remember his last name. It starts with an L.
Starts with a what?
L.
No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Nope, don't know. Lonnie Teasley. Thanks, Fred. See, this is the kind of genius stuff you get on Monday nights with Fred and Minnie, but there wasn't a Monday night show this past week. So
okay.
Maybe next Monday night.
Okay, Greg. Should we talk about the defensive line?
Oh, yeah.
Because that has been our biggest problem. One of our biggest problems. Besides the offensive line, our defensive line. Okay. We know that Coach Eck is helping our defensive line.
You can call him Coach Eckler. We're not on a first name basis with him.
Yes, we are. I think we're going to see a big improvement just in the short 15 practices. I think you're going to see 15.
Okay. Again, I defer to your expertise.
Thank you. 15 practices. I think we're going to see a big improvement. Look at what he did with our special teams.
He did a lot with our special teams. You're right. A big improvement as far as productivity, they probably had the biggest jump in the country of any position group from where they were at the end of 2024 to where they ended up at the end of 2025.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, and Matt Rule is also, yes, that's right. Thank you. And I like that he put in all caps, Matt. Did anyone else think this was weird?
No.
Instead of being called Coach Rule when he's out there with his camo hat on and it's on backwards, he's just Matt to the guys.
Isn't that what Phil Snow told him to do? He's like, got to put your coach your head on backwards and get back out there and coach.
Okay, I have to say, I don't like gimmicks anymore. I don't.
What do you think about coaches doing podcasts?
Don't. Okay.
You say you don't like gimmicks, right?
I don't.
Okay. Define a gimmick in this case.
Okay. Well, okay. Things that coaches do that they think may help their team.
Podcasts.
In a certain situation. Like not shaving their beard for, while they're winning or something. I don't know. It's just stupid things like that.
Alternate uniforms.
Surrender whites.
Apparently surrender blacks too now. James Boardman says alternate uniforms are gimmicks. You can disagree with me all you want, but you can't disagree with James Boardman.
I can't. Yeah, and I'm kind of over the gimmicks. I don't want to see gimmicks anymore. I don't. I just want to see winning.
That's all I've been asking for. Everything else is a distraction. And you get called out on it when you're not winning, but when you're winning, everything's okay. So put everything that's not Nebraska football, like routine, daily, day-to-day business aside, podcasts, McAfee show, alternate uniforms, just win, baby. That's all you got to do. Just go out there and win football games. And then you can slowly start adding some of these things back. But you have to win the football games first, because otherwise, again, every time you'll be called to the carpet. This is taking away from your focus from the game.
Yeah, but this is just a dumb gimmick. Put your head on backwards, and now you're not Coach Roll, you're Matt.
Okay, that's not a gimmick.
That's it. That's just okay. If it works, I guess it works. So who am I to say?
And if it doesn't work, we're no worse off than we were before.
I just think it's cheesy. Okay.
Okay. I didn't know that calling him by his
because he made a big deal out of it. They call me Matt. I've never called any of my coaches by their first name.
No, me either. But that's because the last time I was in organized sports, I was in high school. And oftentimes it was like my math teacher being my coach. Kidding.
Yes, I am complaining about cheesy. Now is not the time. We have to buckle up. We have one more chance, and we better not go out on the same note that we lost to Iowa on. No.
Fred says Minnie thinks Matt is cheesy and us dumb fuck Husker fans are simple. This is, by the way, you're never going to live this down. The queen of cheese doesn't like it in her football. Got it.
Yep. Okay.
And Raji says he wasn't the first to mention it. The players commented on it before he did. Oh, Husker Chuck wants to know what happened to your Big Ten media lanyard, Minnie.
It's right here.
And is the on-air sign new, or have I just not noticed it?
That is new. And I have an N and a U that I'm going to be hanging up too.
Very nice.
Yeah. I might need to take more of the screen to do that, though.
That's fine. Nobody wants to see me anyway. You made that abundantly clear. Let's see. While we're talking about that, Let's see.
I'll be right back, Rick.
Well, hold on. Oh, she's leaving. Okay. Bye. You know what? I wonder if that's Tony says Minnie wears her lanyard to Walgreens. I wonder if that's like her club card to where she can get the discount wine. Instead of going like to Costco with your membership, she wears her Big Ten Media Days to Walgreens. They're like, oh yeah, we know you. Get the get the cheap wine. Yeah, that's I just flashed it up there for a minute, but yeah, that's my signal that the show's gone too long. This is not a 1 hour show like Monday nights. We stay here until all the content is created, so to speak, until all of our topics are checked off. The format, I'll say this: Minnie has gotten tired of me and the formats. So we have ran without a format for months now, and I don't know how she does it. I think it's probably adding to her drinking a little bit that there's no format, but
It drives me crazy, but I have no control over it.
Sure you do. Gary
No,
says,
I don't.
someone who called the Whittingham hire, Hunt takes too much shit around here.
Yeah. Thank you, Gary.
Stop, Gary. It's we all know that I am the biggest receiver of shit around here, so.
No, you aren't. I had to start sitting because I just realized we're only an hour in.
Yeah. So some key names that you're going to want to look out for on Wednesday afternoon, assuming that they don't opt out. Their quarterback is Devin Dampier. Dampier, possibly. He
I believe
has
naked. Oh, hold on. Let me fix
What?
that.
What?
Well, there. Morning clothes. Okay, who?
Weird. Devin Dampier, Dampier, is the quarterback. Has 2,100 yards passing this season. 63.7% completion percentage.
How many yards?
2,180.
Oh, okay.
He has 22 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, and he has only been sacked 11 times. Now, granted, of course, as we talked about earlier on the show, both of his tackles are opting out of the game. So, I mean, we just assumed that they were starting tackles, right? Like, could be
No,
third
they
guy
are.
down on
They are starting tackles. However, they had 6 alternating on their offensive line all season.
So their leading rusher is Wayshawn Parker. He has 930 yards rushing at a 7-yard per carry clip. He has 6 touchdowns on the season. Their quarterback is a mobile quarterback. Devin has 687 yards rushing with 7 rushing touchdowns. But as a team, they have rushed for over 3,200 yards. I don't think Nebraska can say that. We had Emma Johnson, and that was it.
So how do you think? If you are Matt Rule and Phil Snow, defensively, how are you going to attack the Utes?
Well, I'd be watching a lot more film than I currently do. Like if I'm Matt Rule and Phil Snow, I'd be watching a lot of film on Utah. Greg Mahochko doesn't have to watch a whole lot of film on Utah. So I would probably look at tendencies. I would be more aggressive. I would like to see Nebraska blitz more. I think we have a lot of athletic ability. I don't think that John Butler utilized that at all times. Not at all times, but enough with great enough frequency. I think, and this is tough to say, but maybe this is through my scarlet colored glasses or being a homer, but I would like to think that Nebraska has better athletes than Utah. Why can't we just go out there and run a guy down?
So pull up their roster, Greg.
Okay.
Tell me, how big is their defensive line? Do they have over 300 pounders on their defensive line?
Let's find out.
Bet they do. Tony, I'm scaring Tony. He says, I've never seen Minnie so relaxed talking about football. This is what I enjoy to do in my free time. Every day, all day.
They're defensive tackles who are over 300 pounds. You have 2 freshmen and a sophomore who are over 300 pounds. So their defensive tackles are pretty young. Lots of freshmen and sophomores in that group. Their defensive ends, are anywhere from 227 pounds to 250 pounds. So a bit more athletic on the edge. They do have better production. They also play in the Big 12. That's right. I'm completely dismissing an entire conference.
They also play in the Big 12. So, yeah.
I do agree with Stephen Fromm. Everything falls on coaching.
Yep. Their defensive coordinator, like you said earlier when we first started, is taking over. Matt Scaly, I think his name is.
Yep. That's how, if that could be how we pronounce it, sure.
Scally. 2 L's.
I have no idea. Scalley.
Scally.
Also don't disagree. Black Cowed Big Dad. We have had better athletes. Again, on paper, when you look at the players that Nebraska brings to Lincoln to play for the Scarlet and the Cream and the big N on the helmet.
Yes. Foot, we covered this. Go ahead.
Stop addressing Christopher Foote.
I like him.
Well,
he's obsessed with BYU in 1984. And It's because of him I bought a 1984 t-shirt.
Gotcha.
He's a little, yeah. I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
Young on the defensive interior. Let's see if I can't find any statistics about them as a team and what they give up on defense. Of course, there's nothing conveniently placed to show how they rank defensively. Here we go. As a team, that's what I'm looking for. Nope, that's pretty much useless. That's not what I was looking for. Never mind. I suck. I'm done. I quit.
Jealous. I like you too. This is what I was telling Greg earlier. There may be more successful YouTube shows, more successful podcasts, Matt Rule having one of them, of course. But I feel like we're friends with everybody that's here with us. Like I could hang out with you guys. So that's what I like about being here. It's more important to me.
I mean, it'd be nice if you guys gave $100 super chats like some other shows. It'd also be nice if we saw that money, but that all goes to John. We haven't figured out how to siphon any of it away from him. So don't send any more super chats. We'll just put our Venmos up there and you can just pay us directly. Threatened to do that, but they keep sending bills to my house. So what am I supposed to do? So anyway, what are we talking about? Utah Utes.
I honestly can't remember where we went. Defense. You said 9 in the box.
That's what somebody said.
Husker Chuck said 9 in the box.
The
only thing Matt Rule is giving away at all is that he goes by Matt now when he's a coach. and that he only cares about the basics, like tackling correctly and just playing hard and fast.
Well, then what the hell was he caring about the last 3 years?
Well, he wasn't coaching.
Okay, then that's why we need a football coach and not a CEO.
No, he said,
Like this,
Greg, you need to start listening to press conferences. He
I
said,
can't do that.
if only you guys knew what all behind the scenes needed to be taken care of.
Sure.
No, who's going to do that? He was hired to do that.
Don't we have
He
a general
couldn't coach.
manager?
Huh?
Don't we have a general manager for
Yeah,
all
we
that stuff?
just hired him
Like
this
last year, right?
This year, Greg, in
Yeah, well,
January.
Okay, so almost a full year to do all that behind the scenes stuff so that Matt Rule could
And
coach football.
like we mentioned earlier in the show, how much has just college football changed just even in this year?
Okay. I want the general manager to do the podcast from now on and the Maccabee show so that Matt Rule can coach football. That's all I want Matt Rule doing. I just want Matt Rule coaching football.
I'm just saying, he had things he had to do. Now he's just, he even said, I'm going to make it a point to coach more.
Well, thank God. Because I can't handle him coaching any less.
Okay. I just think.
Says, wait. We hired a GM shortly after Rule arrived.
No, we didn't.
Are you going to argue?
That was, remember Sir Patrick, what's his last name?
Kaylee says, in defense of Greg, a lot of programs have coaches that do the behind the scenes stuff and do their jobs.
Okay, Kaylee, you know I love you and your comments, but I don't need you sticking up for Greg, okay? Number one, Patrick Stewart. Yes, Sir Patrick Stewart. That's who we have as our GM. Okay. Listen.
Remember when Osborne said he was going to make an effort to coach more? Me either.
Matt Rule said that there was so much behind the scenes that needed to be done for Nebraska. He said that this job was not a good job to take. Okay. Let's let our imaginations run wild just for a moment.
I definitely saw where he said
Nope. Greg,
things behind the scenes were in a rougher condition than people could ever imagine.
What did you just say?
When he got here.
What?
That Rule said, in a press conference that things, the state of the program was in far worse condition than people could have ever imagined.
Yes. And what could that possibly look like? And why? Let's think about this. How many head coaches have we had? And how many just let things slide? How many were out golfing, at parties, at not even recruiting? There were so many things that just got let go at Nebraska. And I think, yeah, you have to build it the right way.
Yeah, but you should also coach. Like daily coaching.
Yeah.
Like there's a world where we're both right. You understand that, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Like I do not discount the fact that there's more that goes into, like, I'm well aware enough of coaching in this era that there's more than just sitting down X's and O's with the player. Like, I understand that, but at some point I feel like you got to sit down with the players. Like, you can't just, you have to be more hands-on than what Rule has been, in the last few years. And if he's enjoying being back down, backwards ball cap and all, God bless it. Like, I hope he wears a backwards ball cap every Saturday next year, unless the damn games we play on Friday nights, which are always a horrendous mistake. But whatever we have to do, or let me rephrase, because we're not doing anything, like, we're passive bystanders. Whatever he has to do so that we can see more Nebraska wins next year, I want that to be done. And if that means not doing the podcast anymore, if that means not being on the Pat McAfee show every week, or whatever else is taking him away from the general day-to-day operations of being a head football coach and being a more hands-on approach. I want success for Nebraska football. Yes, I see you were giving me the timeout sign or a technical foul. I don't know which.
If you got a technical foul, don't you get escorted out?
No, but you get 3 free throws, and I'm not sure you can hit any of them, so I'm not too worried.
That's right. Here's my question for you. How do you get this?
Nil?
Yes. How do you go about getting that for your team? If everything is in ruins and nothing has been taken care of and everyone is laughing at your team, how do you go about getting NIL and being competitive?
I just figure you throw cash at 18-year-olds. That seems to work.
Where do you get the cash, Craig?
Donors.
Oh, so maybe he does have to work the room. Maybe he needs to have his podcast.
All right. I was wrong. It's 2 free throws. Christopher Foote even says technical fouls on 3. Sorry, Christopher.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Crawl all the way out of my ass about the damn technical foul free throws, everybody.
Okay. It's okay, Greg. It's late on a Friday.
And I'm not allowed to drink anymore, so.
Why?
With my new medication.
Oh, okay.
But everybody, no, I don't want to say that. That's too good of news, and it might impact some people in a negative way. So never mind.
Okay. Are we done?
No. We talked about Maverick Noonan leaving. We haven't mentioned the other Nebraska defensive player who entered the transfer portal.
Like I said earlier, if it's a defensive player, I don't care. Go.
Well, you might care because he is the sole reason Nebraska beat Cincinnati.
Nope. He just fixed a mistake he made. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have need him to fix that mistake.
Okay. Anyway, Malcolm Hartzog.
Yes. Yeah.
But we did receive a commitment yesterday on Christmas Day from a class of 2027 5-star tight end and 4-star power forward center basketball player.
What?
Yeah, he's a dual threat, dual sport athlete.
Who?
His name is Ahmad Hudson. A 5-star tight end.
Is that him or is that a fake him?
I mean, that's him. That's the picture that he posted on his X account yesterday. But here's the thing. So he plays for Ruston. Ruston High School. I don't know exactly where that is. I should know, but I don't because who has that kind of time to know these things? Ruston, Louisiana. So in this basketball game, they had a little basketball tournament. It's basketball tournament time in Salem, Oregon. And Ruston beat St. Mary's in the final 64-61. Now, here's what's interesting about that is Ahmad Hudson had 20 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 blocks. And he did so against a 7-foot player who's committed to Duke.
Shut up.
Yeah. So, dual sport athlete.
Wait. Just for everyone to just, okay, to recap.
Yes.
This kid committed on Christmas Day.
Yes.
2027 class.
Yes.
Tight end and a basketball player.
Yes.
Was playing basketball in Salem, Oregon, and his direct opponent, the guy he was guarding, he blocked how many times?
Well, I don't know if it's against him, but for the game, he finished with 6 blocks.
And the kid was a Notre Dame
7-foot Duke commit.
Duke commit. Duke basketball. Nice.
All right, now James is giving me
Sounds
shit and
like he
saying it
has-
wasn't an official commit. He was wishing Husker Nation Merry Christmas. I don't know.
Oh, dang it. Look at how
Don't go-
excited we got. I
Don't
was
go
like,
peeing in my post toasties, damn it, James. I ain't got time for that crap.
this sounded too good to be true. I'm like, wait, who? What? Greg.
Well, I was looking. He didn't wish any other fan bases a Merry Christmas, so.
Well, maybe he's
He
like,
re-
shout
he
out
reposted-
to Nebraska. I did that for you guys.
He reposted well, yeah, it says the Memphian Husker did an X post yesterday that says Merry Christmas to our our class of 27s, named Amir Brown, Trey Taylor, Ahmad Hudson was in there, and he reposted it. So I don't know what I'm supposed to think about this. Again, all I can say is James Portman, don't pee in my post toasties.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Damn it.
Oh, look who's here. Your buddy.
That's not Adolf.
It is too.
That's not his name.
Adolf, is that you?
Orson. I mean, Orson, not Adolf.
Orson Adolf.
My bad.
It is him. I think everyone recognized him. We like you. Yeah, we're happy you're here. Okay. Well, Greg, thank you for that fake news.
Yep, that's what I did. Sorry about that, everybody. I quit.
Well, I like your contribution to the show.
That's all I had. That's the only thing that I could contribute.
That
you know what? I'm going to blame one of our own. I'm going to blame Aaron Rostovsky because he posted that in our Coronation Slack chat yesterday. He says, the only thing I wanted for Christmas apparently was Ahmad Hudson underneath his tree. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's just recap really quick. Michigan?
Hold on. Before the recap, Kaylee says, come on, James, don't crap on our hope. We just found out we have an absentee coach. We don't need the negativity. Thank you, Kaylee.
Kaylee is funny. She cracks me up. Okay, recap, Greg. Michigan is hiring our bowl game opponent's head coach.
Former head coach. Former head coach.
Who was supposed to coach through the bowl game, who we just found out tonight is not going to be there. So this created a bunch of drama, which we love because it's not our drama. And it gives us a fighting chance. Because quite honestly, like I said, I was going to wear the surrender whites to the bowl game because I wasn't expecting nothing. No, I think we have a fighting chance.
But your new vest is still white, so you can't wear that.
I'm going to wear it. I'll just wear red underneath it. Yeah.
Shameful.
It's going to be fine because, I mean, I hopefully by Monday we'll hear about other players opting out. We'll hear about other things happening to the Utah Utes, even though I don't wish them any real harm. Okay.
Oh, Fred says you can't wear white for this reason. It's after Labor Day or too early before Labor Day. I don't know the rules.
All I know is I'm excited now about the bowl game.
Aaron Keene says Minnie talked herself into some level of optimism. Where have we seen that before? Oh, yeah. Dylan isn't leaving.
I haven't said his name this entire time. You're welcome, Aaron.
Whose name? Let's take a quick look at some of our starred comments.
Okay.
Earlier on, Sam says, I like the coach rule as coaching, but I don't mind the podcast. I truly think he finally has the right staff to start really building a better team.
Me too.
Okay. And I said I would take $8 million if another team offered me to podcast for them. And Fred says, oh, Greg, would you take that $8 million to do a Hawkeyes podcast? You're damn right I would, because I got bills to pay. I can be bought. I'll just do my 5-year prison stint, make the bank, and then come back to you guys. And I'll secretly, you know what? I'll go to Big Ten Media Days, and I'll come back with a real fine appreciation for all the other head coaches in the conference besides my own. I'll really humanize Matt Rule if I was an Iowa Hawkeyes podcaster.
Yeah.
It's okay. Husker Chuck says soon players will be transferring at halftime.
It seems like it could happen, but luckily we do have a window.
And it's crazy too. And I was going to mention something like this or try to find the quote, but I didn't. But there is the Baylor men's basketball team just signed he was like the 37th pick in the NBA draft last year, or 27th or 30th. Anyway, he was a pick in the draft, and now he's going to go play college football with full eligibility. And I was like, well, that's weird. And one of the coaches, one of the other coaches in the country, one of the prominent men's basketball coaches says, oh, we can just bring professional players onto our team mid-season now. That's an interesting development or something like that. So college basketball's getting out of control. College football is no different. Like I said, I just want simpler days, damn it. Let's see. Fred says, you need to do a 5-heart theater where someone plays Dylan. I volunteered to play Dylan. I got a whale plan. Or a whole plan. Never mind. Maybe that's because I was expecting Fred to make fun of his weight, and so I said whale. But he said, Fred's got a whole plan. Minnie, would you want to do a special Monday night therapy 5-heart theater on Monday night if Fred did all the work and wrote it?
Oh, absolutely. I'll do that.
There you go, Fred. Let me know what I need to do.
Tomorrow, just real quick, you know, we have a new defensive coordinator.
Yes.
His team, San Diego State, is in a bowl game.
Look at them. Go yes. San Diego State.
Well, the reason we might be interested in tuning in to watch is because I'm curious to see what their defense really looks like. I've seen them play one other time this season, and they looked really good. I want to say it was against Stanford. Yeah, I think it was against Stanford. So they're playing against Albuquerque tomorrow.
Albuquerque?
No, they're facing North Texas, in Albuquerque.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you can't make a wrong turn at Albuquerque if you're intending on going to Albuquerque. That's what Bugs Bunny taught me. Yeah.
So we might just want to tune in and watch that. It's at 3:45 Mountain Time.
That's the time it is. All right. David Matney says 5-heart theater is too complicated for us simpletons. And Justin Raji says simpletons can't even spell to write a script.
That was pretty clever.
And Fred says, David Matney, yep, all we understand is coloring books and TV dinners. So your simpletons remark really set some fires.
Hey, I like a simple life too. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Vince Watson asked if I had cinnamon roll in my chili. I did not. I was going to make chili dogs, and I'm out of hot dog buns, so didn't do that either. So I just had a bowl of chili. When I FaceTimed my boys, I was showing the twins my bowl of chili, and Matthew's like, I want chili. I was like, okay. So it was a good time.
Okay.
Simpletons of the world unite.
Oh no, what did I start?
What did you start? The Ecking crew. How many name changes? We were we were the Chatterfields for so long, and we were the Holger Maniacs for such a short time, and then the Ecking Crew, and now the Simpletons. We need to make an executive decision right now, Minnie. What is the name of our friends in the chat? Are we sticking with the Ecking Crew?
We could just name them the Johnston Gravy Train. Or what was it? His gravy truck. Now, if that isn't a simpleton idea, and that's why we love it.
Imagine a chili dog, but in a cinnamon roll bun.
That sounds not good.
That sounds amazing, actually. Are you familiar with the chili bun, the chili and cinnamon roll phenomenon?
No.
So, famous Food Network, chef and personality Alton Brown was in Lincoln and actually did a bit with, I think it was Runza, with their chili and cinnamon rolls, and he signs off on it. He co-signs the combination of chili and cinnamon rolls. So,
okay.
All right. Do you have anything else, Minnie?
I think that's it. I think that's all that we had.
So the plan for next week's show is to do it after the game on Wednesday, which is New Year's Eve. It's a 2:30 Central kickoff. Minnie, you're going to be at the game, so of course we'll have an allowance of time for you to, get home and or not home, but wherever you're staying and everything's set up.
Oh no! I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna do it from the bowl game after.
Oh. How long do you think they're going to let you sit in the stadium to do a show?
Hopefully it's not a 2-hour show, Greg. But if it is, I'll take you on my drive home.
Okay. I got to figure out where I'm going to watch the game. I don't know if it's announced what network it's on. But yeah, Mr. Matney, that is what we're talking about. We're doing a live post reaction under the guise or under the umbrella of the Five Heart Podcast. So
yeah, maybe I could talk Andy into joining too.
Kaylee says Cam Jurgens introduced cinnamon rolls and chili to all his Eagle teammates during last year's preseason.
Oh, this is a really important thing to you Nebraskans. Okay.
Beetle B says
I will honor it.
So I will find out where I can watch the game. Since I dropped YouTube TV at the end, actually an hour after the Iowa game.
ESPN.
No, that's why I already put that up there.
Oh. Don't you have ESPN?
No, I don't have the ESPN bundle.
Oh.
But I could probably add it for a week.
You have Disney, don't you? And Hulu.
Yeah.
That's a bundle.
Yeah, but I don't have the ESPN leg of that bundle.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, we almost forgot predictions, Minnie.
I'm ready.
I'm not. Yeah, let's do predictions.
Be nice, everybody. Don't everybody pick Utah to win, or I'll be angry.
What?
Nothing.
All right. It's the Las Vegas Bowl, 2:30 Central next Wednesday. That is New Year's Eve. And it's Nebraska and number 15, the Utah Utes. Let us hear your predictions. Justin Raji, thank you so much for reminding me. James Borman out the gate says Nebraska 27-21. Beetle B says Nebraska loses 21-10. Aw.
That's disgusting.
Work Harder says 33-22 Nebraska or Corn. Husker Chuck towing that money line says Nebraska 17, Utah 30.
Hold on. You're going way too fast for me. You know I write slower than that.
Okay.
I'm still on Work Harders. Go back.
Work Harders 33-22 Nebraska.
Okay.
Husker Chuck, Nebraska 17, Utah 30.
Okay.
Your buddy Christopher Foote says Nebraska 12-10.
Okay.
Aaron Keene says 28-10 Utah. I'd be happy to be wrong. So even if it's 28-24, he'd still be happy. No, I'm kidding. Pitt says 48-45 Nebraska. I'm not sure I'm legally allowed or morally approved to say the rest of that comment. Never Mind Me says 34-13 the Utes.
Dang, we are going to get blown out.
That's just Never Mind Me.
According to Never Mind Me.
Are you ready for me to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Frederick Rodrigo Sacco says Nebraska 24, the 2 Utes 21. Whole thing a mess. Maybe I'll get lucky. What Frost says, going to the strip club in Iowa. Oh, God. Sorry. Did you get that one?
Yeah, but I was reading the rest of it. Okay.
It's just typical Fred.
Yeah.
Tony says 42-13 Utah. Talk about a shellacking.
Tony.
You ready?
Yep.
Justin Rogers says Utah 27, Nebraska 24. We have a touchdown on both a punt and kick return. And still lose. Because that's where we are in life. 1970s Child says Nebraska 23, Utah 20.
Okay.
That's not a real one. High Mountain Guy says 35-20 Utah with some Nebraska garbage time scoring. This is where Marco Davila is really going to shine.
He's going to enter the transfer portal.
Yeah, that's fine. He didn't get a single snap with Nebraska. Let him go knock it a snap somewhere else. David Matney says 42-17 Utah, unfortunately. There was a time where Minnie said, I don't need to write them all down. I'll just go get them from the replay. And here we are doing the longest score prediction in human history.
I'm ready for the next one.
Beetle B says 21-10, but doesn't say who. Oh, says Utah.
Okay.
Gary says Huskers 34-31. Oh, she's getting a highlighter too. You putting a star by your favorite ones?
Yes.
You ready for me to move on?
Yes.
Kaylee says 23-20 Nebraska in a nail biter. Special teams bails us out in the end.
Whoa. Yay.
And Aaron Rostovsky says, sup, nerds. Aaron, we need your score prediction for Wednesday.
He doesn't give score predictions.
Okay.
And thank him for the Ahmad information that was fake news.
Yeah, Ahmad Hudson. I thought he was committing. He was just sending Merry Christmas. What's up with that, man? You were so excited in Slack chat yesterday. Black Cloud Big Dad says 24-21 Skurs win.
Black Cloud. I like you.
And Raji said, look, we finally decided to show up to Aaron Rostovsky. No 1970s child. Emma Johnson's not playing. He is in Vegas and is helping Mekhi Nelson and Isaiah Mosey, but he is not playing.
Because he's a team player.
Yeah.
Love Emmett Johnson. I hope that kid goes far in life. And whatever team gets him in the NFL is going to be a lucky team because he is a phenomenal player.
1970s child is amending his prediction saying no Emmett Johnson, Utah 23, Nebraska 10.
Okay. Well, I have to unhighlight you.
Wah, wah.
Actually, I'm just going to cross you out completely. Okay.
Oh, and Rostovsky says, I didn't say he committed. He likes to fish for Husker fans to bump up his social media numbers. Fine. Sorry. In that case, I'm sorry that I misinterpreted your enthusiasm. I just really thought you wanted Ahmad Hudson underneath your tree. And I can say that because we're pals. Aaron Keene says Emmett Johnson is in Vegas with his hat on backwards, finally coaching or whatever. All right, Minnie, time for your prediction for Wednesday's game. You will be in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium.
We didn't get Haas's or Every Game Jake's.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
By the way, Aaron says Minnie silently censoring score predictions is peak Minnie.
Aaron, I know you like me. Okay. Tolerate.
Simpletons don't have hearts. I don't think 70s Child was around for the Simpletons conversation earlier.
I'm sorry. Okay. Great. This is really difficult. Well, you go first. You go first, okay? Please.
Why do I have to go first?
Because I have to actually think about it.
Oh, and I just make up numbers?
Yeah.
By the way, put Josh down as 35-17 because I know he would want me to say that.
Okay.
I say, why not us? Why not be the team that is half given up, has an interim coach, nobody to play for? Why can't we win this game? Damn it, I think we will win this game. I'm going to say 20-13 Nebraska. Just keep it realistic.
You think Matt has transformed our defensive line to the point where we keep the Utah Utes to 13 points? And they call me optimistic?
Can you repeat that?
I said, you think Matt has transformed our defensive line to where they only allow Utah 13 points?
Well, Utah doesn't have their starting tackles.
Okay. But they had 6 rotating all season long. And they have a mobile quarterback.
Okay.
So you still think, I mean,
well, 15. What am I going to do? What am I supposed to what am I supposed to do here on a Friday night? It's been a wonderful holiday week for me, and I'm supposed to sit here and say, I think Utah's going to beat Nebraska. No, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to go so far as to say Nebraska's also going to score 35 points because that's not realistic. So we have to find something that puts our score productivity in a measure of realism, and also the other team has to score less. So I don't care if they score 13 or 17 or 19 and a half damn points. We have to score more than them at the end of the game. I'll never not choose Nebraska. So 20-13. That's what I'm going. You can put it 20-17. You can put 20-19 if you want to figure out the math. I don't care. But I'm picking Nebraska to win. It's all I know how to do.
Okay. I wanted to clarify. Thank you. I also want Nebraska to win. I just am having a difficult time wrapping my brain around how Utah's only going to score 13 points against us. Sorry, I had to question you. Okay. Let's go with don't laugh at me. 21-17. Nebraska. Okay.
We did it, everybody. Okay.
Done.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's I never thought that I'd be the one bringing optimism and hope on the show. I always thought it'd be you, Minnie. But the fact that I can, sometimes it's unbridled, sometimes it's unrealistic, but that's what hope is supposed to be,
Okay.
right?
That's usually my thing. Unbridled. Yeah. Let's just go with it, Greg.
And if we
13.
can lose to Georgia Southern, like Matney says, Utah can lose to Nebraska. Look at us. Look at us. We're at the same level as Georgia Southern. I never thought I'd see the day.
1970s child, I crossed you out because you originally picked Nebraska to win. You got crossed out for that.
Husker Chuck asks if the flu's running through the Utah team. That would help. No, but they should go to like the 3-day-old shrimp buffet, like on Tuesday night. That'd be great.
Yeah. Don't they have I think a lot of their players are Mormon.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, and I think a lot of their players have to go on a 2-year mission.
I mean, I know about that, but yeah.
So that would make them older.
Well, Kyle Whittingham is of the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see that. I'm sure there'll be a real culture change now in Ann Arbor.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Quite honestly. Some of my best friends have been Mormon, so.
I don't know if I know any Mormons.
That's because you live in Illinois.
Yeah, we don't. You're right. We have Jehovah's Witnesses. We don't have Mormons.
You don't really?
I don't know. I don't.
You would know if you have you don't have temples.
No.
In Illinois.
No.
Oh my, that's interesting.
Well, I'm pretty sure John Smith was from Illinois, when he started saw his fictitious visions and never mind. I'm not going to get into that. Moving on. All right, that'll do for this end of this show. This end of the show, and all the other ends of the show are all culminating. All the ends. It's like the end of season 2 of Loki. All the multiverses are coming together and ending in one conclusion. So
these people are crazy. Oh boy, we should do an after-hour show. I just wonder what people would say.
Do you want to do an after-hour show right now? Like that's not Nebraska football?
That turns into that kind of talk? I don't know. I'm just wondering.
Be like, we have to put a disclaimer on there that this is not at all affiliated with Coronation, just using their... Kaylee says, pop the White Claw. Fred says, how's it going to get worse than this? Oh.
I know.
Somehow we still managed to get this to almost 2 hours.
Always.
In bowl season.
That's what you do. You just like to pull the taffy.
All right. That is it for this episode of the 5 Heart Podcast. We truly appreciate all of you who have spent not just the hours with us tonight, but all the times that we get together and do this show this year and in years previous. I'm amazed that every week you all keep coming back like you haven't learned your lesson, that you're gluttons for punishment. Amazed, honored, and truly feel blessed for all of you this Christmas season and it's all about giving. I give you my undying appreciation for all of you and to you as well, Minnie, because you put up with me more than anybody. So grateful for you and all that you do for this show that is going into its 10th year, if you can believe that, of the 5 Heart Podcast. So for myself, for Minnie Hunt, again, sincere appreciation. And remember that 5 Heart is all the heart you need. Minnie?
Yes. And go Big Red. Beat the Utes.
beat them.